Hi, and welcome to week 11. So, this week we're going to talk about agency safety and our responsibilities as social work leaders, the leaders in our field, administrators. So, you may ask, what are some safety risks to our agencies? The agencies in particular that you have created with your group, we need to think about what are some of those safety risks. As we can, off the top of my head, it would be the safety of the staff working with the clients, and vice versa, the safety of the clients working with the staff. So many of the safety risks we have in our agencies we address through the code of ethics, such as how to interact with our peers and how to interact with our clients. We can take a lot of the knowledge from that, a lot of the direction from the NASW code of ethics. Other things we can do need to be in line with local, state, and federal laws, many of which are really the same. They seek to protect the client, and other laws, some of the OSHA laws, they seek to protect the staff. So when we create a response to these safety risks for our agency, we need to develop a plan to address that risk when and if it does come up. So we need to identify these safety risks to our agencies. So this week, each of you are going to come up with 10 different safety risks, just topics that you need to discuss with your team. And then once we have 10 individual ones for each person, each of you through your team will just find one that's the most intriguing, one that's different than anybody else's, and you will develop a plan to address that safety risk when and if it does come up in your agency. These safety risk plans are SOPs, or standard operating procedures. So the great thing about SOPs is that in the administrative, in the field, when you're a leader, they're a set of laws for your agency. So they tell you how to react, how to respond in certain circumstances, whether it's bed bugs, client abuse, a staff quitting. A staff quitting could come many different things that could be a risk factor. So the good thing about SOPs is that it tells you one way to do things, and then one way you can fall back and explain to others how to resolve a certain issue. They're so important. What I have uploaded in resources and in the lesson part is a SOP template. It's very similar to ones you might find out in the real world, and that's the whole purpose of this class, is to kind of let you know some things out there, so that when you do work in the field or graduate, if you haven't been in the field before, you have some idea of how an agency runs, what kind of tools you have as a leader to properly advocate for your population and for your staff. So the template pretty well outlines exactly what you need to address per that risk. It'll have it step by step. Just follow the instructions. It'll ask for a description, different things you can do to alleviate that. So for instance, if it's a fire, an agency fire, you're going to have a standard operating procedure that must be in line with local and state rules, laws. But how are you going to evacuate the facility? How are you going to make sure that everyone's out? There has to be a protocol. So that's really what's beautiful about SOPs, is that they really address these safety risks, and in many ways they can also prevent them. So as you guys are developing the SOPs this week, think about prevention, think about reaction, think about mitigation, think about different ways we can protect our staff and our clients through using the SOPs, the standard operating procedures. And through the video I shared, just kind of also think about, for you social workers out in the field, the kind of risks and dangers you need to avoid. So everything is really applicable to real life. It should help you. So if you have any questions, let me know. Send me a message. But this week should be pretty straightforward. And also, what we're doing this week, we're going to keep on adding it to our strategic plan. All the documents that we're going to produce is going to be this part of this big packet at the end that's going to define your agency for you guys, tell you parts of it. It's not going to be totally in depth and 100%, but it's going to be a kind of a snapshot of what your agency does. How are you going to protect it? How are you going to protect your clients? And how are you going to ensure financial stability in the upcoming future, regardless of whatever struggles, barriers that might come up. So have a great week, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot. Bye.